Welcome back to aud206. This is class 5. We're going to pick up our sound effects editing on the Broforce trailer right where we left off last week. So here we go. All right, and then we got that little white frame flash. So go find our swish thing. I think that's it. Done it. For fun, I'm going to create a unique copy and then go to waveform here, and I'm just going to reverse it. Just give it a little different spice. So then we got to use our brochetti effect there. So copy and paste this down. That's the first knife that launches out. All right. Looks like we have a couple more spots to put this in. So just the guy that I am, I want it all to be different. So I'm going to change this up a little bit. All right, let's see if I totally messed it up. Oh, I think it's okay. See how that works. So we need a couple more. Actually pause this there for a sec. Get 2 off. And then let's try deleting these 2, see how that works. And he starts up again. Right there. Yeah, now we just need an explosion. A small one. And not unlike this one here. Another round of these guys. Looks like it's done there. Okay, then we got another explosion here. Big guy with ricochets, so just so do that, and then also grab paste those down, paste this down. Ricochet start there. The other thing I think we need is another swell and lead up piece, like our reversed reverse sound effect there. Drop that there. I think I want a little bit more of that fire crackle going on underneath this one. Got the boss there. All right, let's try that. All right. I'm just going to cut out some of that crackle between the two. And then zoom so I can get my little fade in deal. All right, so our fire extends out to there, so I need more. Try that kind of fade curve on it. All right, so we can steal that other effect we created, the kind of tonal piece that goes on top of this. Let's see if that works here. Yeah, I think that helps. I'm just gonna create a unique copy, go to waveform, and then again, gonna play around with the pitch on this. Drop it down some. A, because I need it longer, but B, to make it different. Let's try that a little lower. I think that pitch shift didn't help me. I'll go back to waveform. Undo that, and then we'll try something different. Let's try it going up some. How about we keep how about we extend the time, because we need it longer, but pitch it up. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, it's weird. Give it a shot. You know what? I'm not loving that at all. So let's create a new file here. And honestly, this is part of sound design, is going down the road, finding something, and then ditching it. I'm just going to go with a standard hum. So go to Effect, Generate, Tones. Start with the 60 cycle hum. Just maybe not a square wave. We can try. Yeah. We all know that sound, so you're just trying to get rid of it. But it's going to give me kind of a neon feel. I think it's what this calls for a little bit more. So let's find my hum. If this works, I'll replace the other one. It's just quiet. Yeah. Let's go back to waveform. Need more gain on it. Save that out. Cool. Let's go with that. Just listen to this again. Yeah, it just feels weird. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Fits the vibe better. Doesn't stand out as just being weird. So I need a little bit more of that. I guess start a little later. Oh, I got another one. Just drop it in there. Let's just make sure we got everything covered in there. All right, let's see if we got any B's. So this is it's a human making a B sound. But honestly, for our purposes, I think it'll work fine. So we'll drop it in. I just need to make it longer. But create a unique copy. Let's go to waveform. I'm going to clean up some of that low frequency stuff in there. So I think we just want that. Yeah, just want that. So we'll keep that and then stretch it out, make it a little longer for us. So we'll keep the pitch the same, but we'll make it 150. Yeah. So I'll save that. multi-track. Hopefully this will give us enough. If you want to dig around and find some real Bs, I think that's great. I think it's just ridiculous enough that it works. It's funny. All right. So let's see if we have any more of those moments that we can use our hum for. All right, so I'm just cruising through, as you can tell. We gotta be out by there. Oops. All right, so we need some swishes in and out of stuff. We could probably end up using the white flashes for that. So let's see where those go. Where's my reverb track? Here it is. Right at the beginning of that. So we can use our swish for the entrance of these words as well. I think I'm gonna create a unique copy for this. Go into reverb and just extend it out some. Something like a hall. Let's try this ethereal thing. No, let me try a different effect. So, studio reverb. This great hall. Like. The file's too short. So I just highlighted and copied, and then I'm going to paste more of the file, but now I'm just going to hit silence to have some space for a reverb tail. And go reverb, studio reverb. Let's try this hall again. Great hall. Probably 60-40 on the ratio here. So that means 40% of the dry signal, this original signal, is going to pass through, and then 60% of the reverb is going to be applied. Let's play that and just make sure. Oh, that's cool. Now I'm going to reverse it, do the same thing. And but first, I'm going to add some tails to this. So I copied and pasted again. And then silence it. And then effect, reverb, studio reverb. That sounds good. So now we made our own swoosh. Just a longer one. So let's save that, multi-track. So we made the file considerably longer, but that's kind of the apex. That's what we're shooting for there. So let's see what that sounds like. That's okay. Might want to play around with the different reverb. I think that'll cut through nice. It has a metallic-y sound, which works with this piece. I think our hum's a little late. Let's turn that up or something. Yeah, I don't like that. All that work, sometimes it just doesn't work. So let's go to bridge. And I found some sword whips, I called it. Yeah, let's go with that one. Create a new copy, immediately into waveform. Immediately going to slow it down. Lock the pitch. So let's call it 200%. Let's try that. Let's try 500%. Okay, now let's apply that hall to it. Except I'm going to bring up the low frequency a little bit higher, and the high frequency information, I'm going to adjust that, make the hall a little shorter. So let's just try that, but I am going to do the like 50-50. Oops. There we go. So you can adjust the tone of the reverb by this high cut and low cut. It's the same as doing the filters in the EQ, where the high pass and the low pass filters. It's just shaping the EQ of the reverb. So if you cut this down, there's not going to be anything. You can make it all bass. Or you can make it all sizzle at the top. So you can kind of adjust how you want the reverb to sound. In this case, I want more high frequency information. Just a touch there. like that, I think. Never can tell. That's fine. All right, so these effects, I think they're going to work okay. They're just a little too short. So if I go into waveform here, now we've been doing a lot of pitch shifting, but when you start doing extreme pitch shifting, so if you're at 0, if I left the pitch the same, but I just made it longer by a lot, this is what that would sound like. This is where you start getting some of those computer artifacts in there. And for some cases, that might be okay. That might work out okay. But in my case, I don't really like that for this situation. So sounds pretty good. So let's go with that. And let's go back to multi-track. So now we have our Mega Boss flying. Somewhere in there. Yeah. We just don't need all that garbage at the end. Great. So we can delete this one, copy and paste. Get our B's in there. Now, if you're like me, you're starting to hear those doubles. So go to waveform effects and you just a little bit. You don't have to mess with it much, but even 10% or so is going to give you a nice change from. It's subtle, but it's just enough for your ear to tell the difference. All right, so I'll turn this guy down. Same with this. So sometimes you just want it to feel it. You don't necessarily want it to, be super up front. There's a click in there somewhere. So we can use this for. And then once you get a few different variations, you can bounce between them. You don't have to have every single one separate. Forgot to make it a unique copy. If you don't make a unique copy, it will override the previous one. So just something to think about. Again, as I beat it into the ground. Can you tell I don't like that Audition? They should, right in here, they should say create new version. And then you don't have to worry about it. But that's the last of my rant. So we'll go 80 because we went up 10 on the previous one. All right, so. And zip lines. still just catch myself using the same file again, but then I hear it, and then I hear the double. When we go to mix this, I might add a little bit of distortion to this track just to help these out a little bit, kind of help them cut through the mix. Let's see. If you want to hear what that would sound like. Distortion, we'll go to the tube again. Probably do that before the reverb. Yeah. While we're here, maybe see what just a touch of high frequency push would help us here with. So kill these. High shelf. So we slowed it down enough where there's not much high frequency information left. So maybe I just have to roll off some of the low end. Some of that 500 or so that's really scoopy. Well, you get the idea. We'll probably play around with that some more when we mix it. I don't think the EQ's helping. Yeah. All right, so we're getting close. All right. There's a nice little, oh, that's what that click is. So we want one of these in here for the white flash. There's another one. I'll grab one of the other previous ones that has a different pitch. Make a new copy, go to multi-waveform. Gonna reverse that one, make it sound a little different since they're so close. whole intro collage here. And we'll start track 1, paste that down. We need one of our little swishes right here. All right, so the ricochets are after the hits. There we go. Looks like we need one more. So we can take our last one and duplicate it. One more explosion there. Cool. So we're getting close. And then and we could drop a bass drop on the end there. Let's see what that does. We could probably trim up this game sound here, just clean up the end. Because it cuts the black. Great. I think that's all the pieces. Just play through it once to make sure we got what we need. Give it a quick save. Oh, looks like I lost my meter somewhere. All right. explosions in those coconuts. Just drop those in quick. Missing a few explosions, actually. Two explosions on this one. There's a second one too there. That one's really obvious. That's a double. So let's just quickly. Looks good. So if you hit 1 and 2, you can toggle between waveform and multi-track. So you don't have to keep going up to the corner to click on it. Dismiss all these warnings, and then let's see how that sounds. Looks like there's a couple more in there. Yeah. All right. We could just transition out of this into our whoosh. So something like that. Might start this a little sooner with the hit. Yeah, that works better. Cool. All right, one more time, watch it through. Great. So that about wraps it up for sound design wise. As always, if you guys have any questions, please hit me up with the forums. We've had some good discussion already, and definitely next week we'll be touching on EQ, compression, and things that help different elements within the mix stand out front. Right now, as you just heard me play that through, the dialogue's way too low, the music's way too low, the sound effects are way too loud. So we'll be balancing all that out to make it feel as one cohesive piece, and then look at different output formats for whether this was, for web or however we want to send this off. So, as always, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.